What's good? What's good?
So you're here with the Brain Trust.
Yeah.
So how y'all feeling right now?
Amazing. Good, man. Good. Yeah.
Happy to be here on a nice little autumn night.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
Tuesday, no doubt.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
So being from Boston, how is that like influence you as far as, you know what I mean?
How does it not?
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I guess what is it about
How does
Boston?
it not? I mean, the filth in the air, the bees cap to the side, the shell toes, three fingers. I don't know any other place like Boston. So many different people from other areas and other places that I think we have to be ourselves a little bit more, thus not to get taken over by the different masses that do come here. So
Boston's just got a lot of like, just with hip hop too. We had to make it our own. It's coming from a place where like, hip hop caught on, and it's like we went through decades of just, kind of, it got funny for a little while in Boston. A lot of hate, a lot of, but it's coming back around. We came up in the era of like the 90s in Boston, and it was a whole different scene. Like everyone supported each other, and then we getting back on it though. We getting on the back on track.
Up and coming talent too, like between our collective, people like new people into the city.
Who is that? Speak on that.
You got
Mark Maron, for
the
sure.
whole Agari crew.
Black L.
We
got
for
Rex,
sure.
who's been on this team forever.
VS.
Boston as a whole, musically, we've been doing our own thing for so long. We're sandwiched in between, New York and whatever they're doing, and then whatever's happening down south or whatever. And, from my perspective, we're at a point now where we don't have to just listen to New York and hip hop. We don't have to just listen to California or down south. We can listen to ourselves now because the talent here is so deep. It's
Boston, man.
Yeah,
all we got is us.
Like I said,
know?
With cats on the brain for us, and cats and Tall Boy doing these shows, and having like Term and Static and Rex and us,
Edo,
it's
man,
like
too, man.
Edo,
Edo
forever.
Boston legend,
it's we're on the come up, and I think the talent is so strong now that we're starting to look at each other and like really respect what each other is doing. So the state of hate thing seems to be like
it's a rap, man.
Seems to be
at least with our
a
crew,
bit.
man.
At
like
least
with our
a little
crew,
bit,
like
you know what I mean. Like
if you're dope, you're dope.
Sure.
You can't deny it.
Acrobatic.
So
lift.
Could you talk about your newest album, Life After God? How you feel about that? How's that going?
I feel great about it. It's a record that it was a lot of pain making that record. A lot of stuff happening during our lives that made that record what it is, and we put a lot of work into it. And like, not to say that a lot of people don't put work into hip hop records, but I've seen it. Like, cats get beats, they rhyme over it. That's it.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's a lot of live instrumentation. We put a lot of thought into what we did. We put a lot of thought to the music that we created, like, to make one cohesive album. And honestly, I think this is the best work that I've done in my life. So
I kind of feel like that too. This is honestly, I've done an album before this, but it was just like kind of a compilation. But this is my first like real deal album, and I'm glad that I got to do it with Mo because it came out really cohesive. It's actually an album. It's not just rhyming over beats. So
we wanted to make sure the album had a feel to it. It wasn't just track to track to track. You can listen to the whole album and catch a vibe from it and really, kind of hear the story in it. Even though there's not, said story, but like Mo said, all of us were going through some wild stuff.
Quite frank, it's an honest record. Just like how we said it, it's just a very honest record. Ain't nobody up here trying to talk about like having millions. Ain't nobody here trying to talk about who they shooting or whatever. We're regular dudes. I have a child. You know what I'm saying? We all have ladies in our lives. I write about that. You know what I'm saying? I write about the everyday things that regular people have to deal with, you know.
Do you think there's something about like the solo producer, solo rapper, just like that collaboration, sort of like bringing it back to today? Like, how you think there's something about that like makes the album special? Definitely more cohesive.
Yes.
There's a
Very
sound
much.
to it. Then you know what I mean. Like, not nothing against people that draw from different producers, but like when you stick with one producer, I mean, when we all sat together, we knew how we wanted it to sound. You know, like, and when Rain makes beats for other people, it might be a little different than how he makes beats for Mo. Like, we have a certain sound that we wanted to capture in this, you know.
I mean, we've argued with this guy. We've had like straight arguments.
Straight
you know
up.
what I'm saying? He's argued with us.
No,
You
yeah.
know, so it's like,
It's like sibling rivalry almost at that point.
you know, and it's also like, I mean, shit, with so many mixtapes, so many quick albums. I mean, the artists that are making money are making albums in months. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, all the great records that we've listened to in our lifetime. You can't tell me that Marvin Gaye made a record in a month. You know what I'm
Straight
saying?
up.
You can't tell me Michael Jackson made an album in a month. These are the classics that we Run DMC, you know, LL. These are the people that we looked up to and we listened to those records for years. So why not just follow that guideline? Take your time, do it right.
Perfect
Take out the
art.
whack shit and make it a cohesive record. You know?
Don't give anybody any room to be like, that's whack.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like with everything, like with our art, Mo Paint too. It's like I'm not putting anything out there unless I'm like, that's dope.
110%, right?
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to give anyone the chance to be like, nah, it's kind of whack. Like, nah, it's dope.
Yeah, man. If you
Period.
look at like all the, like Mo said, all the classic albums that we grew up on, you got Gangstar, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, even like Mike and Quincy, like
Yep.
amazing albums, all just duos.
Mhm.
Mo, could you talk about like who right now do you think is the most underrated MC?
Moe Pope.
Moe, yeah.
Christopher
Straight up.
talking.
I'll rap a motherfucker's face off. I really feel that. But I mean, cats who on the flip side of it, Rex. Like I feel like Rex is not to be fucked with. He's
It's a problem.
he's
Menace.
he's lyrically a genius in my eyes. Like he's doing well for himself, and I wish him the best.
And who you want to work with right now then? If anybody in the game you see yourself working with right now, coming up, maybe the same as you? Would you pick somebody maybe at higher stature not to latch on, but to sort of get with them there, or would you pick somebody coming up maybe as well in your same position to sort of?
I don't know. It's
It's a
weird.
broad question.
Yeah, it's weird because I think I'm happy where I'm at. I think I met who I need to be making music with. But I mean, if there are people that I would want to work with, it would be weird people like Bjork, or
we listen
you
to a
know,
lot of different stuff too, man. Like we listen to
or
like punk
Rick
rock,
Rubin,
reggae,
you know?
like, yeah.
Rick Rubin. I'd love to work with Rick Rubin, you know. But I mean, I'd be perfectly happy being right where I'm at because I feel like we're making classics, you know. So.
Stick with the formula.
After this release, what's next for you guys?
More.
Obviously, yeah.
More.
Obviously, see that y'all, you know what I mean, the team is uniting now, so what can we look for?
We got a EP that's coming soon called Let the Right Ones In. So,
Where can we check that out?
well,
It'll be out in, I'm guessing, a couple months.
Yeah.
On probably Brick Records.
Oh yeah, let's shout out Brick Records. That's our label, man. That's Boston
All day.
independent hip hop
Blackistan.
forever. Oh yeah. Give it up for
Blackistan,
man
dude.
Black, big back,
Gotta
big
give it up to
Black.
Black. Brain Trust is in the house. Tall Boy, Brick Records, Moe Pope, Life After God. That's Rain, Chris talking. Buy that album.
Good, perfect. Thanks, guys.
Let's get the squad on.